All right. Guess what? It's gloomy out again. Also, I'm dressed like this because I have a job. Anyway, I finished a book. I finished The Invisible Life of Addie Larue by V.E. Schwab. Okay? Here's my review. First half of this video is going to be spoiler free. Second half, spoiler full. And you will get my heart on a platter. I finished it this morning. Audiobook format. I want to say one thing. The narrator is going to heaven. The narrator, there was nobody better. Here's the thing. This has been the third audiobook I've officially listened to. The first one was self-narration, okay, by the author. The second narrator, this narrator literally has gotten me so excited to read more audiobooks. I mean, listen to more audiobooks, because she did such a good job. Let me see if I can find her name. Julia Wellen. Thank you. Thank you very much. And also, here's the thing, right? Okay, did I say what I rated it? 3.5 out of 5 stars, the book. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't give it a 4 because the book was so long. I listened to it on 1.5 speed, and the book is 17 hours. I think I've listened to see, this is where I don't know what type of math comes in. If you listen to a 17-hour thing on 1.5 speed, how long did you actually listen to it for? Somebody do the math. Anyway, should I turn this on? No. So I turn this on. Also no. Okay. 3.5 out of 5 stars. The author did a great job with descriptions. Everything she described felt like fresh air. It felt more like I breathed this story than I read it. Beautiful writing, beautiful characters, very interesting story, very unique story. I haven't read anything like this before. Would I recommend this book? Yes. Am I shouting from the rooftops about it? No, but will it stand out to me this year in regards to a type of book that I wouldn't normally go for, but it pleasantly surprised me? Yeah. I'm glad I have digested the storyline. It kept my attention the whole time. I listened to an audiobook where I was dreading having to listen to it because I was like, I just want this to be over. Can I please just get through it? And it was just grinding my gears. This one, I wanted to play it. As soon as I got in my car in the morning, audiobook. And the narrator did such a good job, and it wasn't cringe, it wasn't tacky. She had such a good narrator voice, but then her character voices were so good too. Dude. I'm just happy that it exists. There's a good narrator out there. I'm happy it exists, okay? This book follows Addie Larue. She's born in 17-something. At one point, she needs to get married. She literally would rather die than get married. So she makes a deal with the god of darkness, the devil, whatever, okay? That she wants to just live and experience and not be tied down to anything and just live free. He basically ends up sparking this deal with her where she is immortal, okay? But she's never remembered by anybody. She can't say her name out loud. She can't write anything ever. She can't leave a mark on anything. She can't break anything. She can't start a fire. She can't speak her story. Nobody remembers her. As soon as they turn their back to her and they lose sight of her, if they turn back, they're like, oh, nice to meet you. Who are you? Kind of thing. It is so trippy. It is so trippy, and I can't explain it, and I'm sorry it keeps getting darker. The way that it has so much depth, a quarter into the book, I'm realizing, oh my gosh, this is an insane curse. Insane curse. Okay, you can say, oh, everybody forgets me. Dude, the intricacies of it, you can't get a job. You can't put your name on anything. You can't own anything legally. You can't make money. You can't buy anything. You cannot order anything. You can't do anything, bro. So basically, she ends up thieving and finding ways around it and finessing everything, so she becomes really good at her craft. 300 years later, she is in New York and somebody remembers her. That's all I'm gonna say because I don't want to spoil anything, but basically this book follows her story in regards to that, but also it follows her story in regards to her relationship with the darkness guy, the god of darkness. Really good, bro. One might say, juicy, okay? Loved the ending, and I'm not even gonna lie, I was 98% of the way done, and I was there's no way this is gonna get wrapped up satisfyingly. No way. Guess what? It was. Dude, first of all, let me talk about the ending, right? I'm so sorry, it keeps getting darker. The ending where literally she actually had the upper hand because she tricked his ass. I was so scared at first, I'm not even gonna lie. I was like, you bum, you dumb idiot. Why trade your life for Henry's? Am I cursing? Sorry, I'm cursing. No, but seriously, I wanted her and Henry to be together, but I also, here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. When the author started hinting at the fact that Luke had a crush on her, I low-key was like, But that's because I love a broody man. Did I want them to be together? No. Am I satisfied with the ending? Yes, because she gets to like be in his comfort and he gonna end up tricked and stuff, and like love that for her. Henry, do I think he deserved being saved by Addie? No, he's an idiot. He didn't deserve that, but you know, love does as love is, okay? I've heard a lot of good things about V.E. Schwab. Some stuff could have been condensed, okay? Some stories from 1800s, whatever, 1700s could have been cut out. There was no need. Do I think this book would have been better if it was shorter? Yes. Who did I hate? I hated that guy that like was obsessed with Henry. Henry's curse was also very interesting and very cool. Is he an idiot for not telling her he was about to croak? Yes, he hurt her feelings, and then she ends up freaking with bozo number one over there to save his life. Henry kind of irked me, to be honest, because he's so like woe is me kind of guy, but whatever. Loved Addie. Loved her character, loved her strength, loved her grit, loved her hard-headedness. Do I wish that that old lady from Vion would have remembered her? Yes. For some reason, I thought that she would be the only one to remember. I guess whatever. Also, the scene where in the bookstore she comes back to like return the book or something, and he's like, dude, you were here yesterday? Oh my god, the way that I got insane goosebumps. The way that I could not breathe while reading that. I was so excited. Loved Henry's BFF. She was so cute. Also, loved that Henry was like, the part where she told him she was cursed, and he was like, dude, so am I. Okay, that was hilarious. And he just rolled with having to reintroduce her to everybody consistently. I love that. Is Luke hot? Yes. And also, here's the thing. I pictured this guy, don't know his name, don't care, as Henry the whole time, but I think he's more Luke, so I'm changing that in my head. This guy is Luke. Henry is more like this guy. I'm gonna try and find a picture. Henry's more like this guy. I'm fully filming in the dark right now. I'm so sorry. What if I did this? Oh, that's better, actually. All right. The heartbreak of having her parents not recognize her, that was actually really sad. Also, I didn't know how deep it goes if you're not remembered. Like, I didn't know every single detail that would be affected. I was eating it up when the author was telling experiences and like stories and stuff in the beginning, because I was like, oh yeah, true, she can't do this. Oh yeah, true, she can't do this. Oh yeah, she can't do this. Super cool. It was super cool, and if I tried to explain it, I couldn't. You just have to read the book, you know what I'm saying? Is V.E. Schwab a girl? Anyway, I love the author's writing, period. Girl or guy. Am I glad this book is over? Yes. Again, it was so freaking long. At the end, I was kind of like, just like, whew. Towards the center, it was kind of dragging, but you know, whatever. I've already complained. Oh, when we first met Henry, I kind of had an inkling that there was something going on. It's so funny. I literally thought, what if his curse is that he always reminds somebody of someone they love? And that wasn't the curse exactly, but it was kind of like part of it. I love that he wrote her story. I love that the book was in the book. You know what I'm saying? That was super cute and really creative, and I'm so happy that he did. I loved the last scene of the book where she's in the bookstore and then like Luke shows up. Like, I loved that. That had a bite to it, you know, like her knowing like, up yours, dude. I like the book. I think this is the first book I finished this year. I haven't read anything like it. And I liked that it was romance, but it was also not. The romance came second, which is, I think, part of the reason why I like fantasy so much is because romance kind of takes passenger seat and the storyline in a fantasy and the main character takes the driver's seat. And I think that's why I enjoyed this book so much. When she lost her virginity and she like sold it, oh, that was so heartbreaking. Or when she slept over that guy's house and he literally in the morning was like, and like put money in her hand, bro. Also, that guy that she like was with for like the longest, and they wrote that song together, and then he played it at the freaking bar when her and Henry were there. Also, that bar that basically like she came up with the idea of the bar with the other guy, but then he like did it business wise, and she basically would just go there even though it was her idea, her bar, whatever. That's crazy, dude. That's crazy. Oh my god, when Henry was like pissed at her because she was just gonna leave, and he was like, dude, they're gonna remember me. Like, okay, yeah, I got that part where he was like, obviously they're gonna remember me, like I can't do that. But then it's also like when she put money down, he's like, where'd you get that? Are you crazy, dude? Like, their first fight is him judging her for how she's had to live her life. Say psych right now. It was crazy. I was like, you have no right to judge her. You cannot, right? And then she's like, sorry, I don't know how to be in a relationship. He said this isn't gonna work for us. Oh my god. All right. And then at one point I was also scared that if Luke was really gonna cave and like reverse her curse, she was just gonna turn into ash because she's 323 years old. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wonder. This book like took off, I think a year or two ago, and I literally don't read books that are popular because I'm like, it just makes me want to say shut up, especially because when Colleen Hoover was popping, those books are so mid most of the time. Sorry, Colleen Hoover, love you, okay? So sometimes I'm scared and I hesitate to take recommendations, especially about popular books that are popping off on like TikTok or YouTube or whatever, because most of the time I'm like boring. Have you read this book? What'd you think and what did you rate it?